Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to do a what sold video, what sold on eBay. I haven't done one of these in a hot minute, so I'm going to do a bunch of the what sold from May so far, and I'll kind of try to go through them a little quicker and try not to ramble on forever, which I have a tendency of doing, so bear with. I'm going to try, okay? And share as many as I can so far from May for you guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Such a rewarding but challenging job being a mom, and it's nice to have a day where we can appreciate everything they do and get appreciated for being a mama. And yesterday, all three of my boys did something little and sweet for me, which is all I ever would want. It's always nice to be appreciated. My middle son, I was going to share because I thought it was cute. My middle son, Zen, he is 17. Can't believe that. It's crazy. And he likes to make origami and stuff. He's really good at it. And he made me this cute little origami box. See, it's got a lid. It says Happy Mother's Day. And you can actually take the lid off. And inside, he has, it's so cute, little hearts. Well, there's one heart, and all these little papers have like hugs and kisses on them, like XOXO. You see that? That was so cute and thoughtful. And when he gave it to me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get out. I wasn't able to actually buy you anything." And I said, "Are you kidding me? This little thing here means more to me than any kind of gift. Little homemade, thoughtful gifts. That's like," and I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me. Aren't those the best? Because you can tell they like really took their time and cared and did something nice like that. So that was sweet. So yeah, I had a good Mother's Day and I got to spend time with my own mom, which is always awesome. So I had a really good day yesterday, and I hope you guys did too. Anyhow, I got my hillbilly mocha. Yeah, baby, I am all ready to share with you guys. And oh, I was doing my analytics yesterday. We're looking at my analytics yesterday for YouTube, which I don't often do. I was just kind of curious. And I was looking through stuff and I seen 40% of my viewers are not subscribed. Okay. I caught y'all. I have caught y'all. If you are enjoying me, my videos, please subscribe because that helps so much. I've been creeping on my 1,000 subscribers for a while. I'm still creeping. I'm going to get there. So, any of y'all want to help me out, help a sister out, and subscribe, that would be awesome. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to get into this. Jules, full time mama, one woman show, full time flipper as well. Okay, guys. And we're going to get into this right now. What sold in May so far? Into it, guys. The first sale here is a vintage Alaska map tablecloth. I find these around. They apparently were more popular back in the day. There's different states. I actually just found a Florida one too. So the Florida ones I think even go for a little more, but I have to clean that one a little bit. It had more like staining on it. And this one even had, I believe, a small stain somewhere. I washed it, but it still had a little bit of staining, and it sold really quick though for $18 plus shipping, and I only paid like $2 for that, so good sale. Okay, next one is a handmade tote. This was really nicely made. You could tell someone handmade this. And anytime I find like quilting stuff like this or handmade things that are done well, I always pick them up if they're a good price because there are people out there who want this stuff. I only paid $2 for this from my local thrift store. It sold for $25 plus shipping. It did take about a couple months to sell, which ain't bad. On to the next. We're trying to be speedy today. Okay, I think I mentioned a couple videos back a really good flip I found that I wanted to share with you guys, and this is it. I went to an estate sale a couple weeks ago. I had already got the stuff I kind of wanted, I saw in the pictures, and then I was walking through this room, and over on this like dresser type of thing, was this old espresso maker, guys. Okay, let me just tell you, espresso makers are insanely expensive. Like the real good ones, a lot of them can go for really good money. Especially this was vintage. It was, let me see, Vintage Pavoni was the name, espresso machine. Yeah, it was very cool looking. They had $10 on it. I just looked at it and thought, this has got to be worth something. But as you know, with things like this, I didn't know if it worked or not. I had no clue. So you're taking a chance. But I kind of looked it up real quick and I seen how much they went for. And I thought, even if I can sell this for parts, it's worth picking up. When I was cashing out of that estate sale, the lady was like, I don't even know what this is. She didn't even know what it was. Like, I don't know if anyone at the sale knew what it was. I was shocked. FYI, I have worked at a lot of coffee shops. I love coffee and I've been a barista. I'm not an expert, but I know stuff about coffee and I would know what this was. I guess if you didn't really know and you've seen it, it is kind of odd looking. So, anywho, I knew what it was. I took it home, I plugged it in, it did heat up. So, the electrical components worked and everything. And that's as far as I was going to go with it. I just didn't want to monkey with it to that extent. I posted it on the lower end, knowing that it would sell quicker, and I only paid $10 for it. So that was a big reason I didn't try to get a ton of money out of it because I could have, I don't know, I've seen people selling them for a bit more than what I posted mine for. I posted it for $265 and it sold within like 20 minutes. I'm not kidding. $10, $265 for an old espresso machine that I wasn't even sure worked properly. And I did note that espresso machines in general, if they're like the high end ones, can go for a ton of money. Yeah, so that's definitely something to be on the lookout for. I know it's probably more of a rare item to find, but I found one randomly, so you could probably too. So definitely be on the lookout for stuff like this, guys. My mom and I were at an estate sale, and this was only a couple dollars. And I was like, I think these are collectible. And she's like, really? She was like shocked. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Let me look it up. A lot of people's, maybe grandmas had them. They're neat looking, they're made well. And this one was a little rusty, a little dirty. It's a dustpan. I think I took an offer. I sold it for $12 plus shipping, which is a lot. I could have got probably a little more, but it was pretty rusty. But either way, I just thought it was cool looking, and it wasn't like super bad condition. Solid, well made dustpan. So I sold it $12 plus shipping. Okay, we got another cute monkey plush. So cute. Vintage Plush Creations. It's an orangutan stuffed animal monkey, 1988. And look how cute this guy was. Holy crap. He took a while to sell though. I probably paid $1 or $2 for him. Don't really remember, but he sold for $21.60 plus shipping. Just a cute guy, cute old plush in good condition. So good sale. Okay, this was really pretty. This set, vintage, and I put in the title something blue because I thought I could see maybe someone getting married, maybe wearing this. I don't know. It just looks so pretty. And it was a very blue toned. So I put vintage something blue rhinestone bib necklace with clip on earrings. Gorgeous. That's I want to put gorgeous in. And that sold for $30, or wait, $30.60 plus shipping. Very pretty set. It was not signed or anything, but was in great condition. I'm not sure what they're going to use it for, but I see I got positive feedback, so that's good. And that did take a while to sell, though. I would say a few months probably I've had that. Okay, another jewelry item that I found that I thought this thing was so well made. Okay, if you haven't heard of Brighton Jewelry, it's a collectible jewelry brand. It's not like high end or anything, but I believe a lot of their jewelry is at least silver plated. And I will show you the signature or the tag so you know how to identify it, Brighton, if you ever find it. But this giraffe had like a necklace, you had like a bracelet, and like it just was above and beyond. So cute. Brighton giraffe articulated long necklace, silver tone rhinestone dress, rare. Yeah, I could not. I think I only found one other one of these on the whole interwebs. Etsy, or I don't know. I'm not sure where it was. That's the only one I could find. So it was rare for sure. Very pretty necklace. I only had it maybe a month and it sold for $60 plus shipping. So good sale. Beautiful necklace. Okay, so I shared with you guys those cute little Adidas Porky Pigs. And if you didn't see that video, you'll see these Adidas were the cutest things ever. And that's the only reason I picked them up. It was one of my cute pickups that I'm guilty of, and I paid $1 for them. So these were not worth a lot, and they were in rather good condition for the age. I just cleaned them up a little bit with the magic eraser and got them looking a little, cleaner. So they did sell really quickly, actually. I listed them for a good price, and someone really liked them. So they sold for $12 plus shipping for these cute little baby shoes. I almost want to message the buyer and be like, send me a picture of your baby in these shoes because I just want to see how cute it is. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they actually bought them for their baby or they're gifting them or what they're doing with them. But either way, I just think these are going to be so cute on whomever's baby they go on if that happens. So good sale. Okay, I sold a really cute Egyptian revival bracelet. It had the little scarabs, beetle looking links, and wasn't signed or anything, but Egyptian revival jewelry can sell very well. People collect it. I like it too. I just think it's so cool looking. But this sold for $24 plus shipping, and I had it maybe a month or so. And I think I found it at a rummage sale or estate sale. I only paid a couple bucks for it, so yep, good sale there. All right, the next sale is a vintage Playground Kids Tracy doll, and this is from the 90s. If anyone remembers, I don't really remember these toys, but I found a bag of them at a thrift store for a decent price, and it had different ones in there. I forget all the names. There's different names for all of them. They looked a little dirty. I tried to clean them up a bit, but they still looked a little funky, like their legs. Their legs are really like flimsy and they dangle. It's kind of weird. They're kind of odd because they have like plastic heads, cloth bodies, their legs just kind of dangle, and then they have like plastic shoes on, which are kind of heavier. So it's just a really odd toy. I don't know how to explain it. Apparently, they are kind of a rare find, though. Online, they go for quite a bit of money, especially if you find like a bunch of the girl. I think they're all girls. I don't know if there's any boys or not. I don't know. I forget. Just this doll sold for $21.60 plus shipping. And I had a bunch of the other ones too, and I think pretty much all of them have sold by now. They were definitely longer tail, but they all sold for decent money. And so I'm well in the profit by now. So yeah, good sale there. Be on the lookout for these little playground kids because they do sell well. I think it was last week I found four cross stitch kits that were new in pack at my local thrift store. It was nice because they had 25 cents, a quarter a piece on them, which I didn't even look them up because for a quarter a piece, I thought, heck yeah. These kits are easy to photograph, easy to ship, all the good stuff, and they were sealed. So it was a no brainer for a quarter a piece. I just picked those suckers up. When I did look them up, none of them are selling for that much. So since I only paid a quarter a piece when I did list them, I listed them on the lower end just to try to move them. These pair here, which were very similar, so I put them together. They sold super quick. I sold them for $12 plus shipping. And then I think not long after that, maybe a day or two later, another one sold, this Raggedy Ann one sold for $9.78 plus shipping. So lately, something I've been kind of trying to play with in my eBay store is pricing because a lot of my long tail stuff that I go over, if it's not moving, I'll kind of look at my listing and see if there's anything wrong. Is the shipping messed up? Am I charging too much? Whatever. And I'll kind of look up the item and see what they're going for currently. And a lot of times I notice I have overpriced things. Personally, when I go into eBay and I'm looking for an item, Depending, you look for the best price. Of course, you want a good seller that has a good rating and everything too, so that matters, but really you're looking for the best price. And if you have items that a lot of other sellers have and they are selling them for cheaper, people are going to buy their stuff. So pricing can be kind of difficult, but that's what I've learned is you don't want to price too low. You don't want to price too high, but certain things that maybe are more common or popular and a lot of other sellers might have a similar item, you got to be really careful and not price too high, because if you price too high it is just going to sit forever and you do not want that. So that's really important. I've been kind of going back into my older listings, like I said, and editing that. Just like this, I paid a quarter for these. Could I have put them on there for a little more money? I'm sure, but I rather sell them because I want to make money and I don't want something like this sitting forever if I can help it. So that's been my motto lately, is to kind of just mess with some of my listings and reduce prices where needed. Of course, not on things that I know are worth a higher price. I'm not going to sell myself short and put stuff too cheap, but you got to price stuff accordingly. And it takes a while to kind of learn that. It's a bit of a struggle for me, but I'm getting better, and I just am thankful that I have the knowledge now. I can go back and kind of edit things and make them more desirable to sell. Yeah, that has helped out a lot. I really like to end listings and sell similar. I've been doing that quite often with my old listings. That really helps too. If you don't know how to do that, you can look up a lot of videos on YouTube. Resellers share how to do that, and I highly recommend it because that helps so much. Oh, this was cool. A couple months ago at my local thrift store, I found these really cute quilted vests. Now they almost look homemade, but they're not. And they had a tag, but not like a brand. It was weird. But anyhow, I just tried to use keywords to sell them. I got two. They were very similar, almost identical, kind of weird. But I paid, I think, $3 for each of them. Vintage quilted quilt patch vest, size medium, white, blue, cottage core, granny, boho. If you don't know, cottage core and granny core is a thing too. Weird. I don't know. I just like, if I have the room, I'll stick some random keywords like that. I think they help because I sold the two vests within like 2 weeks of posting them. They each went for $20 plus shipping to different buyers, so that was good. Okay, here is a really long tail item I've had for quite a bit. And this one kind of keys into watch how high you price things, because this I found at my local thrift store. I might have paid up a little, like 5 or 10 for this. But I don't really think I think it was more like 5. I know I didn't pay much because when I got home and I looked at the comps, I was like, holy crap. It's a USGI military men's extra large cold weather flyers jacket. Okay, this coat was really cool. And I didn't really know much about it. I just looked it up and I noticed they sell it for quite a bit. I was like, holy moly, I can't believe it's worth this much. That's awesome. One of the moments. But for some reason, I thought I should sell it for like $200 because I think I found another one that had sold for around that much. But like I said, it sat for a while. So it was one of them listings. I went back in and I kind of looked it up again and seen they weren't selling for quite that much. So I brought the price down on it because I've had this, like I said, a very long time. And I thought I really would love to move this coat. It's a really cool coat. So I ended up taking an offer for $95 plus shipping just recently. And I'm glad. Probably had it overpriced, and maybe that's why it sat so long. Either way, it's a really cool coat, and I'm glad it sold. Okay, so Y2K, as I've said, is still trending. So this purse I found at my local thrift store. I paid $1 for it. It's denim. It's got a floral pattern. It's definitely that era, like the Y2K era. And when I got home and I looked it up, it was a Faded Glory, I found out. And definitely a rare find. There was like barely any other ones online. So I priced it, I forget how much I put it on there for, but I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Vintage Faded Glory denim floral hobo bag purse, crossbody duffel boho Y2K 90s. So yeah, it sold really quickly too, like within a week. So good sale there. Oh, this sweatshirt I found at the local Amvet's thrift store when it opened. It had this big, like, grand opening, and they had so much cool stuff that day. This was vintage and good condition, so I grabbed it. I think it was only maybe $2, $3 at the most. So vintage 90s native art tribal tie-dye sweatshirt, yellow stonewash size, extra large, good size. Very nice, nothing wrong with it, in really good condition. And that sold for $44 plus shipping, and it went international. I was really shocked paying up on the shipping for that. So good sale. And I had it a while though. I've had it a few months, probably 2 or 3 months. Okay, we sold some chenille blanket. They always do well. Be careful though, because not all of them are vintage, but just because it's not vintage don't mean it's not going to sell, but they don't sell as well as the vintage ones, the newer ones. But this one was a nice, huge vintage one. Vintage chenille bedspread, king white floral print large, boho cottage farm. I put, and I think it might have had a slight little stain, maybe a couple little stains, but they were not very prominent. And I put that in the listing. I think I had that posted maybe 2 or 3 weeks at the most. I paid only a couple bucks for it, and it sold for $57.60 plus shipping. Beautiful blanket. I love chenille. All right, I sold this cute vintage Walt Disney Mickey Mouse bandana. I have talked before about bandanas. Be on the lookout for bandanas because you just never know. Some of them can go for quite a bit. This is just a vintage Mickey Mouse bandana. Probably paid $1 for it, and it sold for $16 plus shipping. So good sale. Okay, I sold a really cool, actually vintage Crown Trifari carved Scorpio Zodiac gold tone pendant necklace. I'd never seen any Trifari like this. It was really neat. So a lot of like Zodiac things can do well, I noticed. And I paid maybe $2, $3 for this, and it sold for $19 plus shipping. And it sat for maybe a couple months, not too bad. And I had a lot of watchers on it, and it finally sold. So cool. Okay, this vintage, the upper crust made in the USA, sun rose visor hat, padded. Yeah, these hats are rare. I bought two of them at my local thrift store. I believe $3 or $4 for both of them. There's barely any online, but definitely people are on the lookout for these. Anywho, I paid, like I said, 3 or 4 for both of them. The one had already sold, and then this one just sold recently. $34 plus shipping. Okay, the other day I went to a really nice estate sale, and I found my first Jellycat. I don't know if any of y'all remember. In one of my Bolo videos, I mentioned Jellycat plush. Jellycat plush can go for quite a bit. Some of them are rare and they're sought after. This one was not worth a ton, but I will tell you, he sold really quick. Jellycat London kitty cat, tan brown striped long tail. And he was cute. I believe I paid only a couple dollars for him at that sale. Yeah, $2 at the most. It was a really well priced sale. And he sold for $24.30 plus shipping. I think I took an offer. I didn't have him up that high though. Definitely be on the lookout for Jelly Cat plush. Another item I mentioned in one of my Bull videos was vintage girly candles, and I found one of these too. I'm trying to think of where I found this guy. Or did my mom find him? Yeah, my mom found him at one of the estate sales we were at, and I think we paid like barely anything for this, maybe $1. And he did only sell for $14 plus shipping. He wasn't a super rare girly candle. He was bigger and vintage and everything. And he sold really quick because people, like I said, people collect these candles. But he wasn't rare, but he was a fast seller nonetheless. So that was cool. $14 plus shipping. All right, at an estate sale, I found this really cute vintage Sesame Street set. It was so cool. Didn't have all the pieces. Some of the pieces looked a little rough around the edges, but the actual playset was in nice condition. And it sold for $45 plus shipping. I paid $5 for it. So that was a pretty good sale, definitely. Okay, at one of the rummage sales I went to recently, I was a little late, so it was really picked over. So yeah, I scooted over to the linen section because I love linens, and sometimes I think people just don't want to deal with them. So they get looked over. I don't know. they can be a chore, but I don't mind because I think they're cool. So anywho, I found a bunch of like old fabric that you could make like pillows and stuff out of. I got some Care Bear ones, I think some strawberry shortcake, and this Holly Hobby one. Actually, there's two here. Vintage Holly Hobby cut and sew pillow fabric panel, doll, sun, bonnet, patch lot. 21-inch. So it would make a 21-inch pillow. So there's two. One had more of a pink tone going on, one more blue, and they both sold together for $15 plus shipping. And I did not pay barely anything for them, maybe a dollar if that. Very, very reasonable. So that was a good sale. Okay, and the last one I'm going to share for the day is this cute vintage terracotta pottery jug pot crock with handle, rustic primitive look, 5 by 5 inches. So this was just a cute little pot. I might have shared this in a video a while ago. I think I got this at Green Scene Thrift like quite a bit ago. And I thought it might be older than what it was. Didn't turn out to be old, but it was still really cute. And I think I paid maybe $5 or $6 for this. So for me, that's paying a little more than I usually would, because I couldn't really find a lot of information on it. And I thought it might be worth more, but it wasn't worth as much as I thought it might be. Either way, it still sold for $21.60 plus shipping. Yeah, it took maybe, I don't know, it's been like 3 or 4 months. I think I've had that. It's been a while, but this time of year I can see people probably looking for planters and pots and stuff like that. So yeah, glad to see it finally sell, $21.60 plus shipping. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I'm headed out to my local thrift store, out hunting for some treasure. I'm getting ready now, so I'm pumped for it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Oh my gosh, Jester just got up here. I want to show him to you guys. He's making his nest. He's doing the, paw thing. Look at him. He's making a nest. Now he's trying to drink my coffee. Jester. No, don't drink my coffee. He's such a lovey-dovey, and he's so soft, too. Aw, he's such a sweetheart. Yeah, he's like, what is this laptop doing on your lap? I want to make my nest, huh? Here, we'll move the laptop. There you go. There he goes. Okay. I hope y'all are doing well out there and having successful thrifting and enjoying the yard sale and rummage sale season and all that good stuff. I will be back with a new video soon. If you guys have any suggestions on videos you might want to see me do, I don't know, you can just let me know because I'm open for suggestions. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing for now, though. Have a good one. Be on the lookout for all the treasures. And toodaloo, guys. See you on the next one. Jester says bye, too. Bye. Say bye. Bye. See you later, guys.